good at something, never do it for free. This is very, very true. Alright. I'm actually gonna turn this one off and turn this one on. That one actually has better fucking lighting placement than the other one does. So, that's the thing. Okay. Ammunition is precious, so don't waste it. If you get stuck on a puzzle, try using items in crazy illogical ways. Save your game often, especially before trying something crazy, illogical, or dangerous. Holding down the control button plus arrow keys allows you to attack opponents. I need to remember that, actually. Lol. Look before you leap. The help screen can be helpful, or better yet, read the manual. You can pick your friends, and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Right-clicking on some objects in the inventory shows a close-up of what that object is. I'm just as mad as Fallout 1. Yo! Fallout 1 was amazing! It was awesome. Everyone died the first time. They didn't know where they needed to fucking go to get the water chip. Oh, yeah, that's right. Right-clicking is, and that's how you punch people, and that's how I punched the barber last year. Shoe marks are visible on this pen. Exit. I grabbed a 25-cent piece, by the way. An empty acne medicine container. A photo of a beautiful girl.
Do your work.
Blonde and about 17 years old. If you guys have never seen this game played before, you are in for one hell of a treat.
What?
Who are you?
Leave me alone, Steve, or I'll tell Mom on you.
Tell me more about Mom.
Mom's in the kitchen, and if you bug me, I'll call her.
Look, do you know me?
Wish I didn't, 'cause then you wouldn't be my brother, and I'd have your room, and all the presents at Christmas. Though I will soon enough anyway, 'cause you're a lousy rat.
You're my brother?
No duh.
Listen, I don't mean to, bug you, but I can't seem to remember anything. Will you please just tell me who you are?
Mom, Steve is bugging me.
Steve, leave Hank alone right now.
I love the faces that people make in this game. So tell me more about Steve.
Steve, are you talking to me?
Yeah, only I don't want to be, 'cause I'm trying to watch my cowboy show.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm telling you, I need your help. I've lost my memory.
Have not. Cut it out.
I'm telling you the truth.
You always were a kidder, Steve. Leave me alone. I'm sick.
You always were such a kidder, Steve. Tell me more about your cowboy show. That's loud as fuck.
Have you noticed that your show is in black and white?
What else? Color? On a TV?
Well, I think I've seen a colored television before.
Have not. Quit it or I'm gonna tell.
Hey, look at that. Your mother lets you watch this stuff?
Sure. This is part of history. What made America great. And
You thought
besides,
this was a little girl?
blood and guts are needed.
I love you. I love you so much. You are amazing. Little kids shouldn't watch violence. You're right. This is really neat.
Well, you can't stop me, so let me alone. Or else.
So, tell me more about sick.
What's wrong with you?
I got a headache and a stomachache.
Then why aren't you in bed?
'Cause I wanna watch my cowboy show.
You look all right to me.
I'm not faking. I couldn't go to school because I'm sick. Daddy's sick in bed too. And Mom believes me anyway. So shut up.
Shit. So tell me about Daddy.
Your dad is asleep?
He and Mom went at it last night pretty hard. He stayed in bed. I saw what she did to him. It was pretty bad.
What did she...
Like you don't know. I saw you and her on the couch last Wednesday night. Guess that's why she's grounded now, huh? Too bad you wouldn't pay me and I had to tell, huh?
What are you talking about? What girl?
What? Is there another one too? Wait till I tell.
Tell me more about the girl.
I don't know what girl you're talking about.
All summer, it's been Stephanie this and Stephanie that. And now you don't remember? You think I'm dumb or something?
No, I just can't remember anything, like I said.
Well, you better remember quick, because the wedding's in 2 weeks.
What?
Leave me alone
What?
so I can watch TV.
Leave me alone so I can what? Mom! Kiss me, little dildo kid! I'm your certain kitty kid sleeping with mommy tonight.
Good. Fine, Annie.
Let's come talk to Mom. Hi,
Well,
Mom.
hello there. How about some cookies? There's plenty of rejects in the trash.
Who are you?
That's a fine way to talk to your mother.
You're my mother?
That's right. Though sometimes I get treated like the hired help around here.
I don't remember you.
Of course you don't. Until you need your socks washed.
No, you don't understand. I can't remember where I am or even who I am.
Land's sake, stop your job. won't you? Honestly, Steve, I thought you'd grow up a little after graduation. I only hope that new job will plant your feet on the ground.
So that's my name. Steve.
Your name will be M.U.D. Mud if you don't stop teasing me, young man.
Listen, this may sound strange, but I've lost my memory.
Do you believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious.
Sure, and next you'll be
Serious,
telling
Mom?
me you don't remember
I'm afraid.
Hank and your little sister.
So, tell me more about graduation.
When did I graduate?
4 months ago, as if you could forget that.
What college?
College? A high school diploma is all you need to get a job. And besides, you can't marry Stephanie if you're going to waste your time going to college. 18 years old and you're just now getting your first job. It's a disgrace, but better late than never. I guess we can thank Stephanie for that.
Guess so. So tell me more about Steph.
And just who is Stephanie?
Don't you dare toy with that sweet girl. If you start in on her with all this amnesia poop, she'll think her fiancé is having second thoughts about the wedding.
Tell me more about the
Look, all
wedding.
this talk about weddings is nuts. I'm not marrying anybody till I figure out what's going on here.
First the heartbreak of psoriasis, and now this. 2 weeks before the wedding and you're backing out. Whatever will the neighbors think?
I can't marry someone I don't even know.
Fine, have it your way, but leave me out of it. If you're going to break Stephanie's heart, you march right next door and do it yourself. And don't expect me to write you a note.
Tell me more about my fiance.
Fiance? This is insane.
Oh, you're not having second thoughts about marrying Stephanie.
She's not
Is
a
that what
zombie.
this
Just
silliness
wait.
is all about pre-wedding jitters.
Can something like that produce amnesia?
It's always good seeing
Foolishness
people that have
right
never
now and
seen this
count
game
your
played
blessings.
before.
Stephanie is great at cooking and cleaning.
I can't wait to unleash how evil this game is. Oh my god, rules. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. Okay, so tell me more about the cooking and cleaning, Mom.
What's cooking and cleaning got to do with anything?
Honestly, boys are so dense. What else is there for a wife but cooking and cleaning?
The
You may
bugs
not
are
appreciate a
coming.
hot meal on a clean plate when it's there, but if it wasn't, we'd hear about it soon enough, I'll bet.
You're saying that's all there is to marriage? Cooking and cleaning?
Well, you'll have to ask your father about that, but I'm sure Stephanie will do her duty when the time comes.
So tell me more about my father.
My father.
He's in the other room. He decided to sleep in today. Now, please, let me get back to my cookies.
Okay. Bye.
Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
I'm glad Flush went to bed. Flush thought it would be funny last year to suggest a bunch of things that, yeah. Yep, we'll get there eventually. Alright, let's go. What up?
Hey, Steve, I'm Jimmy James. Remember me?
I do remember you.
I guess
Last year
not.
was crazy.
Hey, how come you haven't been putting the paper out for me in the morning?
Am I supposed to? I don't remember.
Yeah? Well, try to remember, will ya? How'd you expect a working Joe to make an honest living? You don't put the paper out, I'm out of a job.
So what? You don't get paid for picking up papers anyway.
The Sentinel building burnt down. What the heck else am I supposed to do? Listen, start putting that paper out and everything will be jake, okay? That's all I want. That and a pair of sneakers. Walking this route every day has worn holes in mine. Say, you got any spare sneakers?
Nope, sorry.
Oh, gee whiz. Look, if you find any, I'd be willing to trade you for them. Something really neato. Think about it. See you later, alligator.
See you later, alligator. Alright.
There now, see how easy it is? Things are so much better between us when you remember the paper in the morning. And let's keep him that way.
Don't ever punch the little kid. Ever. Ever. It will be your demise if you punch the little kid. Alright, let us go to... Where is the Stephanie place? Johnson's place, is it? Oh, station. Lean Memorial. It's right there. Potsdam. Stephanie Potsdam. Garage needs a new paint job.
There he is, my future son-in-law. And how's he doing today? What brings him to the Potsdam household, huh? Huh?
I came over to see Stephanie.
Oh, you'll have to ask the missus about that. Stephanie's grounded to the wedding. Can't have her changing her mind at the last minute. Not with all that meat at stake.
It's ran through DOS, the DOM box, so, yep.
I haven't seen my father. He's locked in a room.
He's not going to die, is he?
Like I said, I don't know. That woman, Mom, tends to him herself.
Well, next time you see him, be sure to tell him that I said hello. And tell him that I'm praying for his speedy recovery. And also, would you remind him about the meat? Especially about the meat.
Especially about the meat.
If I see him.
You should be
nice
more
meat
concerned.
poster on the wall.
If he dies, then who's going to take over the slaughterhouse? Who's going to tend to the meat?
It's KG after Tenacious D. Oh
no! Right?
Oh no!
I can't imagine a better job than working in a slaughterhouse.
I don't want to work in a filthy slaughterhouse.
Bite your tongue with that serpent's tooth. Your dad's slaughterhouse is the most successful business in Harvest. You'll love it there. Oh, sure. Cutting animals open may not be much fun. Reaching into their bodies and yanking out the bloody guts, intestines dangling and slapping against you, the smell of death and shit in your nostrils all the time. Well, those are all definite cons. But once you're done, the guts have been washed into the gutters.
Jesus!
What are you left with? Meat. Rows and rows of scrumptious red meat.
Oh yeah, I gotta get that meat, bro.
Meat is the foundation of any decent society. Everyone needs at least 3 servings of red meat a day. And anyone who says otherwise is a commie. And once you're married to Stephanie, I'll be part of the family too. And your father will give me all the meat I want. Kind of makes up for not getting into the lodge.
Tell me more about the lodge.
Why are you so anxious to get into the lodge?
There's wonders inside. I've heard there's more meat in there than they know what to do with. Now that you're of age, Steve, you might go down to the post office and fill out a lodge application. They're always looking for new blood.
So tell me more about the marriage.
Tell me about this wedding.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to hold the wedding down at the funeral parlor. since I'm not a member of the lodge. Mr. Moynihan has given his okay, and your father is going to cater the affair with plenty of meat.
Best emote to go with that ever. Alright, tell me about the lodge.
Why are you so anxious to get into
Oh wait,
the...
I do know, I just went through that dude. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Hello,
I know that one
Steve.
part was so
Have
loud.
you flossed today?
You look just like my mom, except for the hair.
Honestly, you men can insult a woman without even knowing you've done it. What a horrible thing to say.
You're both standing around baking cookies. Same kind of dress. Same pearls. So bizarre.
There's nothing bizarre about baking cookies. The Harvest Charity Bake Sale is Friday, you know, and by gosh, Mrs. Marvin Potsdam Jr. can be counted on to do her share.
So tell me more about these pearls.
Just because I'm doing housework doesn't mean I have to be a drudge. It's a wife's duty to look good for her husband at all times. What's wrong with wearing pearls, for heaven's sake?
Nothing, but you look like June Cleaver. Some kind of sitcom mom.
Sitcom?
Geez, you know, a situation comedy. The weird part is, I can't remember how I know that.
I'm much too busy with housework to watch TV. Maybe Mr. Potsdam will know.
This
about
game gets
sitcoms.
fucking fucked up. This was
Stephanie
the most
doesn't
fucked
watch
up game I had
TV,
ever
though.
played.
She's
until
grounded.
Franco. So tell me more about Mr. Potsdam. Yeah, this game is something else. It starts off, you know, you don't know what's going on, but just wait until I get upstairs. Then it nosedives.
You mustn't be too hard on Mr. Potsdam, Steve. He's a disappointed man. No matter how many lodge admission forms he fills out, they keep turning him down. He has a new application in, though, so keep your fingers crossed. If he joins the lodge, you and Stephanie can have your wedding in the Chapel of Love, rather than over at Moynihan's place.
Okay, tell me about Mr. Moynihan.
Mr. Moynihan runs the Wayward Hotel and the Shady Oaks Funeral Parlor. It's rumored he has connections with the lodge, but the order keeps that kind of thing secret.
Some of the collodium
So
is
Mr.
starting to
Potsdam
come
has
off.
tried to get him to put in a good word for his lodge application, but so far...
Okay, tell me about the lodge.
What can you tell me about the lodge?
Just that they're exclusive and secretive. If you're curious, you ought to pick up a lodge application at the post office and take it over to the
It
sergeant
is
at
going to
arms.
be a very weird night.
Isn't that a thought? Forget Mr. Potsdam. If you became a member of the order, we could hold the wedding inside the lodge. My, wouldn't that be lovely?
Aw, it would. Okay, tell me about Grounded.
Mr. Potsdam feels there's too much at stake to allow Stephanie to run around loose.
She doesn't want to get married either, huh?
Are you saying you don't want to marry my daughter?
I don't know your daughter, Mrs. Potsdam. Why is she grounded? Afraid she'll run away before the wedding?
No! She's as delighted as we are about the wedding, every bit as delighted as we are. But she might get hit by a car, or a falling piano, or who knows what. Mr. Potsdam wants us all to be one happy family, and he doesn't want to risk anything happening at the last minute.
Can I see Stephanie?
I don't see any reason why not.
Thanks, bye.
Give my regards to your parents.
Okay, bye. No, there's an exit somewhere. There it is. Let's just come use the toilet. I promise I wasn't looking at you through the thing. I had to, you know, pee. I had to pee. Vitamins, bandages, band-aids. Morning yeast, 1 hour cough medicine, extra strength oral lube. Got a headache? This aspirin should do the trick. Oh.
Who are you? What are you doing in my room?
Haven't you heard? We're getting married.
Hello,
So,
pretty lady.
you're the one. Steve, isn't it?
You mean you don't know me?
I mean, I don't know anyone. I don't remember anything. How many times do I have to say it?
Just once, Stephanie, because I can't remember a damn thing
I
either.
dropped my e-cig.
Oh God, I thought it was just me.
You're not alone. Can you tell me what's going on here?
Those people downstairs have locked me in my room. They say I'm grounded until the wedding.
So tell me more about those people.
They claim to be my parents. I can't dispute it because I can't remember for sure one way or the other, but it doesn't feel right.
I know what you mean. I don't belong here. No one... Well, no one will believe that I've got amnesia.
Either way, something really weird is going on here. I've got to escape, and so do you. Because in a way, whether you know it or not, I think we're both grounded.
So tell me more about Grounded.
It's been hell. They treat me well, but they won't let me leave this room. Not even to go out in the yard. Not until the wedding.
They won't tell you why?
Each one blames the other for grounding me.
Oh my god,
They make up different excuses. Different things I did, none of which I remember. So I sit up here, watch the world outside my window, and listen to the noises in the house.
Okay, have you heard or seen anything that might help us figure this thing out?
Every morning, a weird boy comes to the house and picks up the paper. He doesn't deliver the paper. He picks up scrap paper that Miss Potsdam sets out on the porch for him. Some mornings she forgets, and the boy gets furious. He gives me the creeps.
Anything else you can tell
I feel
me?
like I should say something smart.
I hear these weird scraping sounds in the bathroom sometimes. Like something is sliding along the wall. Claws, maybe. And Mr. Potsdam. I don't like the way my dear daddy looks at me. Both of them are always watching me. But especially him.
You don't think they're dangerous, do you?
I think this whole place is dangerous. I think we've got to escape. Before it's too late.
So tell me more about
Escape?
escaping.
Harvest is a prison, Steve. Don't forget that.
Yeah, I think you're right. Tell me more about the lodge.
Everything in Harvest seems to revolve around this damned lodge. This Order of the Harvest Moon. They're responsible for this insane bake sale that's coming, and for the Harvest Blood Drive, too. When people talk about the lodge, it's always in this hushed, reverent tone. Mom keeps telling me that women can't join, but she keeps pressuring me to get you to join.
She's not the only one who wants me to sign on with the lodge.
That's probably the worst thing you could do.
You think the lodge is some kind of trap?
I think all of Harvest is a trap.
If that's true, maybe joining the lodge is the way out.
Look, why not explore the town a little? I can't get out of here, but if I could, that's what I'd do. Maybe you can figure out what's happening here without going anywhere near the lodge.
You're really afraid of the lodge, aren't you?
I look at that building, all lit up at night, and I get scared. I mean, look at the damn thing.
Cutscene, oh my
Seem like a
god!
harmless bunch of Masons to you?
So tell me more about the amnesia.
Maybe my amnesia isn't total after all. You're familiar to me. Like we've met before. In another life.
It's Drap!
Maybe we really do live here. Maybe we were together, and the same thing happened to both of us. An accident. Something.
Neither of us has bumps on our heads, if that's what you're getting at.
Have you been able to remember anything
Watch
else?
the faces that
Anything at
pop
all?
up. They're great.
Well, I have had these recurring dreams. Just fragments, really. Strange, abstract images. Liquid, chrome.
Probably just a dream.
Well, have you thought about how to escape Harvest?
Let's talk about the wedding.
The wedding is only 3 weeks away. Not much time to get to know each other, is it?
Suddenly, the idea of a wedding doesn't seem so bad.
If it comes down to it, we just won't take the vows.
I don't think anything in Harvest is that simple. Too many people are determined that we get hitched.
Why?
Potsdam wants the meat your father promised him. Your parents want to force you to settle down.
Oh yeah, the sound
Mrs.
acting is
Potsdam
really, really
wants to
good,
have
and
the
the
wedding in
story's
Lodge.
just crazy.
Me? I just want to escape.
But you gotta keep in mind that Harvester is like 10 years old, so it's a very, very, very old game, but it's worth it. Alright, let's try...
You're not making sense. You're not making sense.
Stephanie, I think you should know. There's a peephole hidden behind the picture in the bathroom.
You mean a peephole? They're spying on me?
I'm afraid so.
So that's the scraping I hear every night. The picture sliding along the wall. Disgusting.
Oh no, you're good.
I've got to get out of here, Steve. The thought of that fat slob watching me.
I'll question Potsdam about it. Maybe if he knows I know, it'll scare him off.
Thank you, Steve. I don't know what I'd do without you. You're not making sense. You're not making sense. You're not making sense. You're not making sense. You're not making sense.
I don't remember what the other one was.
Come back and visit me
God
soon.
damn it. There's another
Okay?
thing that I could say to her, but I don't remember what it was. That's fun. Is it over 20 years old? It might be over 20 years old. I thought
If
it
it
was
isn't
closer
my
to 15,
favorite
but-
son-in-law, what brings you here again?
I like my stuff.
Beg pardon?
You've got a peephole in the upstairs bathroom. It looks in on Stephanie's room.
Well, I'll be darned.
Obviously, Mrs. Potsdam is a lesbian. Obviously. Looks like the house's previous owner was a pervert. Totally not you, right? You've been spying on your daughter, haven't you?
How dare you? I'm no peeping Tom.
face!
I had no idea that was there.
Then you won't mind if I tell Stephanie about it.
Now, there's no need to scare
Nothing but the
Stephanie
girl,
with
girl.
this business.
I guess not. So long as you patch that hole.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it's
guess I
old.
could hang that picture somewhere else.
Oh my god.
I thought you had no idea where it was.
Right? Right? Nice.
Hello, dear. Come to see Stephanie, have you? Why then, whatever are you here for? I'm busy making cookies for the bake sale. Why not go speak to Mr. Potsdam? Sorry, I didn't... Give my regards to you.
Boy. Oh, he is so busted. Yeah. Just gonna step right on over here. Come talk to my mom.
I told you I'm busy, Steve. Why don't you talk to Hank, or go next door and visit Stephanie, or go get an early start on your new job? Stop speaking nonsense, dear.
I remember there was something
And
I
just
could say.
who is Stephanie?
I didn't mean to do that. God damn it. Try Hank.
Hank? That kid over by the television?
Your little brother is homesick from school today, and I won't have you scaring him with this amnesia poop.
Is he really sick?
Look at the show he's watching. Wouldn't you say he's sick? I'd make him stop, but oh, I'm so busy baking cookies for the Harvest PTA Charity Bake Sale. It's on Friday, you know. I hope you're still planning on going.
I don't know. I need to think.
Honestly, skipping out of a charity affair. What's gotten into you?
I don't know, damn it! That's what I'm telling you!
Don't you dare use that language around me. You're lucky your father didn't hear you. Or Stephanie, for that matter. How do you think she'd feel knowing her fiancé was a guttermouth?
Aw. So tell me about the charity bake sale.
What charity is this bake sale supposed to benefit?
It'll help provide a fund for bums and hobos who wander into Harvest and have no family ties.
Kind of a specific target group, isn't it?
You have to pay attention to detail when dealing with such people.
I don't know what you mean.
You will. The whole thing has been organized by the Lodge.
Tell me more about this bake sale. Why is it so important?
As I told you, many unfortunates who come to Harvest end up needing financial help.
Why is that the town's problem?
You have to deal
It's not a problem, so long as those folks are taken care of. It's the will of the Lodge.
Tell me more about Harvest.
Harvest is a town unlike any you've ever known.
In what way?
I don't have time to go into it now. Why not take a walk around town and pester someone else? I'm busy.
I'm busy. Fuck you.
Stop speaking nonsense, dear. What a thing to say to your mother. Was that an invitation now that your father is out of action?
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, that just happened. Yeah, how about it?
Maybe later, dear. Right now I have housework to do. Though you can watch if you want. Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
Your newborn baby is sleeping. This game, as I said, it just gets worse and worse, guys.
Hello, Steve. How's the
Watch this! Oh my God, this guy has
Other
the
than
best
having no
faces.
memory, I guess I'm all right.
All right. You should be ecstatic, considering what you're getting into, if you haven't gotten into it already. Speaking of which, I heard Stephanie was grounded. Her daddy's worried about getting his meat. Though if I were him, I'd be more concerned about Stephanie getting some meat.
Right. And you are...
You always were a kidder, Steve.
You always were a
I'm
kidder,
Mr.
Steve.
Johnson, remember? Glad you stopped by. Just got finished waxing the tucker. I could use a little relaxation. But since Edna's not here, I might as well talk to you.
Oh, you dirty, dirty, dirty old man. All right, Edna.
Edna Fitzpatrick is one of the snootiest women in town. I declare there isn't a woman in Harvest that turned me away. If I was interested, that is. Just because she owns DNAs, she's got all these highfalutin ideas about independence.
Is that dirty enough for you?
And her with a little girl to raise. That child needs a father. And Edna, well, she needs a good, hard penis.
Penis! All right, tell me about Edna's Diner.
I'll admit DNA's Diner does good business. But money isn't everything to a woman. Can money keep you warm at night? Can you wrap your thighs around it? Or rig bloody gashes in its back with your painted hollowed fingernails? Edna! Edna! So,
how's Stephanie? Tell me more about penis.
What makes you so sure she needs a penis?
You saying Edna's getting it from someone else? Like maybe that damn Sheriff Dwayne?
Dwayne?
He's over at DNA's diner every day from noon to 1, eating his dadgum pie. And I got a feeling he'd like Edna for dessert. Sure, it's the only diner in town, but I'm sure he's got more on his mind than food.
Okay. Tell me about Edna's diner.
I'll admit DNA's diner does good business.
Okay. And now I can get Stephanie again.
Speaking of Stephanie...
Sorry, I can't remember what all the speech options were.
I still haven't gotten an invitation to the wedding yet.
I don't have anything to do with that.
That's okay. Personally, I'd prefer a pass to the honeymoon. You could use the back seat of my Tucker for the maiden voyage.
Oh my.
It's plenty big. Believe you me.
He's a big sausage with that
I'd drive
vibe.
you around. And I wouldn't look in the back seat. I guarantee it.
Oh, you'd look. Because
Oh,
you're a
if
dirty
you'd like
fucking
to come
old
up
man.
front and take the wheel a while, I wouldn't say nay.
Okay, tell me more about your Tucker.
Heck of an automobile, isn't she? Damn shame I have to sit out here and watch over her all the time. But if I didn't, those stupid kids might scratch her up playing ball.
Some knuckle children out. Seems tense, right? At least Hodor. Of course Hodor knows what's up. Right? With a name like that. I fucking love your name, by the way. I have a couple people come into my chat that have just amazing names. One of them's called Dragon's Dildos, and what was the other one? Dragon in a pie outfit? No. Something like that. Something like that. Oh my god, I have crazy people with names that come in. It's awesome. Have you ever read the actual books? Because the books are a lot different than the TV show. That's the thing. Okay, so if that's a real Tucker, I can understand your concern.
Hell yes, it's real. I wouldn't be so protective of her if she was just a reproduction. I'm mighty particular about my Tucker. I had the garage remodeled like a fortress, so I could lock her up at night and get some sleep.
I'm sure she's safe enough inside.
A few months back, someone broke into my house, trying to get into the garage. I had to gripe like hell before the sheriff agreed to start the evening patrols and instigate the curfew.
Kept the best name ever. Alright, goodbye.
Bye now.
Boy now. Okay. Plus exit? Thank you. I mean, we could go to the abandoned house, but I don't think I can get in right now. Might be able to. What up, Wasp Lady? Okay.
It's not often that I get visitors. I am Tetsuo Crumb. The ignorant of harvest call me the Wasp Woman. A pejorative, no doubt, born of fear and a poverty of imagination.
I don't understand.
The politics of honey, the Judeo-Christian rites of sacrifice and conventional taboos against unbridled pleasure are all responsible for the prejudice against wasps.
Every Sunday, I do a, well, it's supposed to be every Sunday, though the last 2 Sundays I haven't been able to do it, but we are about 6 or 8 hours into the first book of A Song of Ice and Fire, which is called A Game of Thrones. And I have all 6 of the audiobooks, so every Sunday I go through and I play like 6 to 8 hours of the book. So if any of you guys out there have never seen a Game of Thrones, or have never read the Game of Thrones books and are curious as to how different they are from the TV show, because the TV show is, the first season and the second season are slightly similar, but then it just veers off into a whole, storylines are completely different. So if you guys would like to find out more about that, you guys can always come out. Aw, thank you, Mr. Llama. How are you doing? You've been drinking, haven't you? Good job. Alright, so tell me about the honey. How has your day been, Llama?
The politics of honey are intertwined with the age-old struggle of the aesthetic versus the commercial. Because I choose to raise wasps instead of bees, I'm frowned upon by the community. Why? Well, raising bees is acceptable because they produce honey. But sometimes it's not what is produced, so much as what is performed.
Are you sober?
I don't see any particular use for wasps.
The last 3 times you came in,
Why
you were
must
drunk. That's why I asked.
everything have a use? Is money always the determining factor? More slender, more aerodynamic than the bee, the wasp is a joy to behold. Beautiful and juicy. Isn't that enough to compensate for the little drawbacks?
So tell me about the wasp.
Regard the wasp. Wasps produce nothing for others, but only for themselves. Wasps build nests and more wasps, nothing more.
Need some of the
they
family
spread
meat.
into eaves and attics, not to make honey for supermarkets, but to buzz and rustle on their own paper, perpetuating their own agenda, growing stealthily, surely, the most relentless of insects.
Ah, that's good. So tell me about the drawbacks.
Well, as you can see, the little darlings do love to sting. Another source of prejudice for the masses, and another reason to love them. Bees are like animals. They sting only for a reason, for sacrifice. They have no conception of individual sensation, of pleasure.
Tell me about sacrifice.
When a bee stings, it rips itself apart and dies for its audacity. This appeals to those raised worshipping a god that demands sacrifice.
Meat simulator, oh my.
But the wasp is promiscuous. They are not as sympathetic to the masses.
Wasps are
because
jerks!
They don't die when they sting. They live to sting another day, and they take pleasure from it.
So tell me about pleasure.
Yes, a great deal of pleasure. The wasp is a sensual being, not a laborer, hedonistic instead of industrial. Some think them quick to anger. In truth, they are easily swayed to ecstasy. They penetrate your flesh, and the muscular contractions in their thorax as they pump venom could be likened to the muscular contractions of ejaculation, each painful welt an act of love.
So she loves them so much. It might be, maybe.
A triviality. A triviality. A triviality. A triviality.
Fine. Bye! Crazy bitch. I don't think there is anything in here that could be grabbed. La 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 la. This game is something else. Let's just put it that way. For sure. Oh man, there's still so much left to do. So much left to do.
Can I help you, dear?
Who are you?
This is Phelps General Store, so who would that make me? Maybe you need to go back to Gein Memorial and have Miss Whaley teach you about logic.
I'm fuzzy on a lot of things these days. My memory's gone.
Pshaw, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious, I need some help.
Well, they say a sharp blow to the head is a good thing for amnesia. In which case, I'd recommend Miss Whaley again. Then again, they say a good scare can jog the memory. In which case, I'd advise you to visit the Sergeant-at-Arms over at the lodge. That man gives me the willies.
Ow.
Speaking of willies, how's your father?
Penis, a triviality, sad face.
Haven't seen him.
Care to buy anything today?
Aww. Yes, please.
Just point to whatever you want. I'm a little hard of hearing.
Okay, let's examine the box. It's an empty meat box. Projector. I don't even need to be here yet. I can't buy the thing that I need. How do I exit? There we go. La 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 la. This is gonna be bad. Oh man, this guy's gonna fucking yell at me.
Yes?
I need some help, Mr.
Postmaster Boyle, what can I do for you today?
What can I do for you today? I'm Tusk. Oh yo. I fucking, oh my god, have any of you guys seen the new Dota Reporter? It was good. It was very good. Anyways, I would like a lodge application.
Sorry, youngster, we're out of applications right now.
Come on, you must have one around here somewhere.
Well, I do have the master, but you can't write on that. And I only make copies once a month, on the button, regular as clockwork.
Well, can I go get one at the lodge instead?
Afraid not, son. You can't get them anywhere but the post office. I'm sorry, you'll just have to come back in a month, same as anyone else. And even then, I can't guarantee you'll get an application. The line is always long, and there are never enough to go around.
It's very important that I get in quickly.
That's what they all say. Postmaster Boyle, I'll just die if I don't get into the lodge. I can't make an exception, young man. It just wouldn't be right. Don't mumble, son. Can't understand you. Don't mumble, son. Can't understand. Don't mumble, son. Can't understand.
Thank you!
Don't mumble.
You're a bitch.
Next time.
Next time. Bleep, 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 Mr. Postmaster? Why did she gotta say those hurtful things? 'Cause video game character?
Howdy, Steve.
Yeah.
Howdy, Steve.
Howdy back, Mr.
Pete Swell, Steve. Don't you pull my
The
old
fucking
leg
face
now.
that he makes is
Change
so
your mind
fucking
about
good,
that
I'm sorry.
aluminum siding?
Oh, I don't mean to
What are you
make fun of
talking
him.
about?
I really think you should talk your father into buying some. He can afford it. And I can't stress enough the value of some really fine aluminum siding. Keeps it warm in the summer, cool in the winter. And it keeps out the sheep. Pastorelli ought to look into some, but I can't get him to understand a word I say.
Master. There's something that I have to do first before it'll let me do it. That's why. I'm getting ahead of myself. They tell you to go do certain things, and I was like, well, let's go talk to all these other people first. It'll be fine. Anyways, so tell me more about the aluminum siding.
Steve, aluminum siding can't get a fair shake no more.
Lead eyes of Satan. I know, right?
Filling people's heads with newfangled notions like color coordination and interior design. You can paint aluminum, you know, if you want to. But even so, I can't seem to move it anymore. Not even to a rube like Pastorelli. Thank God for the plumbing.
So tell me about the sheep.
Can't understand why Pastorelli keeps that nasty thing in here. Must remind him of the pastures in Italy. Kinda like why I keep wrenches under my pillow. So's I can dream about plumbing.
Tell me about plumbing.
Well, I seen the end coming for the aluminum siding game, so I took a mail course and learned how to be a plumber. Now, there's a business that never lets up. You'd be surprised what people flush down the toilet.
Gross. Tell me about Pastorelli.
Pastorelli's a rube from way back. Ask Clem Parsons how he followed up with the alarm system in here. I'm a plumber. I could fix it for him, but he just won't listen. Nice to see you again, Steve.
Nice to see you again, Steve. Hello. How you doing, Havrick? Takes a true sportsman to hunt down those dangerous cows. The dingling television is sure to cause neck straining at this angle. Except for its occasional hairball cough, it's hard to tell if this sheep is alive or not. Look at the alien, an unfortunate extraterrestrial who journeyed hundreds of light years to wind up on a barber's wall.
Hello there, youngster. They say them aliens I was telling you about, well, they came back last night. Cut another crop circle in my south field.
How come I never seen none of them saucers, Clem?
Them aliens is wily, Pete. You don't cross the intergalactic void without learning a trick or two. You know what Pastorelli did? Yesterday, he gets an alarm system to protect his pole. Only he don't know how to rig it, so now it's all awry.
So tell me about the pole.
Why, that barber's pole of his is his pride and joy. Brought it all the way over from Italy, wrapped all special-like. It ain't nothing but colored glass with some bulbs stuck up in it, but he thinks it's the be-all, end-all. Installed that alarm system just to protect it. Though who in tarnation did want to steal a worthless piece of junk like that? I don't know.
Maybe them aliens, Clem?
Oh, Pete, don't be ignorant. Them aliens don't give a fig for no colored glass. You think if they can build spaceships, they can't make a dadgum barber pole? Crazy hick don't know nothing about science.
Tell me more about the alarm system.
Pastorelli shelled out for an alarm system, all right, but he's too cheap to hire an electrician to hook her up. Dang idiot cross-wired it to the fire sprinkler, so now when the alarm goes off, it sets the sprinkler spraying. Tarnation! Aliens looking for intelligent life ought to stay away from this shop, sure enough.
Tell me more about aliens.
Well, son, the ways of the alien is a specialized area of woodcraft unknown to all but the wiliest sportsmen. What you gotta remember is, your average alien is smarter than your average human, so you gotta be extra careful building your blind if you want to bag one.
You hunt aliens?
Son, after nailing an alien, you can never go back to quail. What, you think you can get one of those at a swap meet? Line your blind with lead to fool their sensing machines. Lay real quiet and wait. Preferably in the woods around the nuclear base. Oh, they love messing around out there.
Why not wait outside your field, Clem? wait for 'em to come a-carving.
Oh, they do their crop doodles with zap guns, you darn fool. Don't you know nothing? Besides, ain't no place to put the blind out in the field. Now, you listen to Clem Parsons if you want to tag an unearthly being. They cross the void, wondering what lies beyond, all the time not knowing that what awaits them is buckshot.
Buckshot! Oh, yeah!
Danged if I follow you, Steve.
Oh, I thought I was typing.
Danged if I follow you, Steve. Danged if I...
Damn it.
Danged if I follow...
Fine, fuck you. Bye.
Anytime, Steve.
Bloop. Mr. Pastorelli doesn't respond. Not understanding English. Okay. Bloop. There's still so much to do. Let's head to the mortuary. I'm actually going to save. Before night one, safe. Alright guys, I'm actually going to sign off. Now before everyone runs away, I do a raid every night where I send you guys over to someone that I think is super awesome that you guys might enjoy watching. So if you would like to stick around for that, feel free to do so. Okay, now to do my big sign off. Let me get comfortable. I'm going back and we're going to have talking discussions and it's going to be great. So, you guys got to see me do the Joker paint today, which is awesome. Tomorrow I will be doing a completely different paint. I will be doing a new paint every day until Halloween. And each one of the different either paint or prosthetics that I will be doing, his English is very short. His English is very short. Anyways, we're gonna, I'll be doing a different face paint every day. And each one of the looks is going to be less than $20. So if you are a teenager or you are an adult who just does not feel like spending $60 on a costume but still wants to do something awesome for Halloween, I can show you guys how to do really amazing looks that you probably thought you wouldn't be able to pull off. And I can show you guys how to do it. And yeah, so every day I will be doing a different one. And I start off with nothing on my face, and then by the end of the stream I have all the different FX stuff on. If you guys were not in here earlier and did not see what it looked like, oops, with both of the things off and the grasses off, this is what the paint looks like in darker light, which is actually pretty cool. I do